Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, beings of beasts from this and other universes. You're watching WoW Films, continuation of the Cataclysm levelling, where we left off rather abruptly last time, during a fight with Commander Ulthok or something, in the, what's it called? The instance in Vashj'ir, you know, the one that I mean. And so, now here I am. They've given me a, seahorse thingy, and I'm off on a bombing run, which is nice because there weren't actually too many bombing runs in Wrath of the Lich King. Not too many at all. I can't really think of that many at all, and I missed them because I started playing WoW about halfway through the Burning Crusade, and I got to level 70 just in time to do the Lag Isle dailies, or Isle of Quel'Danas, where you did do a lot of bombing, and I really liked those quests. They were always the first ones I did, and so to be able to do it again is pretty nice. I just love being able to kill lots of things at once. It's really good fun. So there we go, all dying. As usual, there are those low health mobs that you would always find, the high health mobs. Actually, no, I do apologise. There were some bombing dailies in Wrath of the Lich King. There was the one in the Argent Tournament. So, anyway, back down here, done quests, moved on a bit, and I believe I'm about... Oh no, I'm not, sorry. I was going to say I'm about to ding, but I'm not. Just shows how slowly you really level at this pace. But actually I've heard from some people who are 85 at the moment that really levelling in Vashj'ir is quite quick compared to the rest of the Kata zones. And so, yeah, I'm sure it'll be nerfed in the future at some point. So you won't need to have half as much experience, or the quests will give about 10 times more. But could be rather interesting to see what happens. And you may have noticed I'm levelling in Protspec, which is interesting to say the least. I wouldn't say my DPS is exactly good, but I can pull quite a lot, and I tend to survive for quite a while. So, yeah. Anyway, as I carry on with the Naga quest thingies, I've now got a speed buff, so I can speed around really quickly. And I've got some new abilities which look like quite good fun. And in particular, this Naga quest line is just really good fun because you can just run up to the thing and spam, basically. So we're back here in the Throne of the Tides, and still getting used to the changes to pally healing, which came with the patch. A little bit. Though mostly I'm used to Holy Power now, and don't know whether we're going to wipe in this one. Look to be doing okay, except that we're still DPSing the boss when she has her shield up. Anyway, that can be excused sometimes. And yeah, I quite like this instance. It's good fun. And I hear that it's also quite a bit more difficult on Heroic, which isn't too great because it's quite difficult already, but hey ho. And everyone's saying that all of the Heroics are going to be really, really difficult, and really I think that at the beginning of Wrath of the Lich King they were quite difficult too, so I'm not honestly too bothered about that. I just think that after time people will get to know the tactics, because I do hear that it is more about tactics at the moment than it was in Wrath of the Lich King, and thus it'll become, yeah, just as people get to know the tactics, we'll start to get through the instances more quickly again. So yeah, we seem to be doing okay here. Seems to be working right. Could be doing better though, I suppose. Whether it's just that the mobs have unusually high health, which they probably do, either that or our DPS is rather awful. I'm not sure which one it is, and I honestly hope that it's that they've got high health, because I'm in a guild group and I don't want their DPS being awful, because that's just not cool. So there we are, she's downed. There's the loot for those who want to see it. Anyway, now I've dinged 82, so I am off to Deepholm on my mount, flying around in Stormwind, which I still think is pretty amazing. And yeah, off to Deepholm. I was having a look at the Maelstrom thing, the beta videos and everything, and I hope they've still got the dinosaur floating around on the with the goblin firing laser beams and stuff. I mean that would be pretty cool. It would also be rather out of the ordinary, but then again, in a fantasy MMORPG, what isn't out of the ordinary? I've also heard that you can't actually go back to the Maelstrom other than one quest in Twilight Highlands, and that is a very strange loading screen. So there's Thrall, or Goel, or whatever, and so yeah, he's there, and I don't want to find out what happens if I jump off. I mean, in all honesty, I don't know why we need to go down on this flying bat thingy-majiggy. It doesn't seem to make a huge amount of sense to me, because you could just jump into the water. I mean, it's a bit like a plug hole, really, if you think about it. Gently, the whole world is going to get sucked in, and then, I don't know, Deathwing will probably get a bit of a surprise when Mount Hyjal comes down on his head through the plug hole. But, yeah. So anyway, you could just jump in and get sucked down there, go through. I think it's quite interesting how the Wyvern sort of just stops and disappears. Anyway, Deepholm. General consent that I've heard is that it's not the coolest zone ever. I mean, it looks pretty good fun to me, actually. I'm quite excited about getting in there. And it looks pretty awesome too. Wow. So, yeah, in my opinion, this should be the last zone of, like the level 84 to 85 zone, because it's, because this is, where Deathwing lived, I think. And again, don't quote me on that, because I'm not a lore boffin, so I probably got it really dead wrong. He actually did live in the Twilight Highlands, but wasn't it the Twilight cult that put the armour on him and helped him and everything, and that's why he's... anyway, never mind. I just always think it should be in the place of Twilight Highlands, and Twilight Highlands down here. But that's just my opinion. So, yeah, I've also heard that it's got quite a bit more difficult in here. Level quite a bit slower. So, yeah, that's not all too great. And the mobs are a bit harder to kill. So, anyway, where am I now? Yes, I've got to go to the pit, and I've got to kill this fiery guy. You may have noticed that I've switched to Retribution, and that's because, as I mentioned earlier, the mobs actually do get a lot harder, and thus I decided to switch to Retri because I just wasn't killing them quickly enough as protection in PvP off the Lich King gear, basically. And so I changed, and here I am in Retri, and I'm quite enjoying it. It's good fun, actually. It's definitely a lot different to when I played it in Wrath of the Lich King. I think I switched my off-spec to protection in late Wrath of the Lich King, and so yeah, it's pretty awesome. I like it. I like the changes, especially with the Holy Power mechanic, because in Holy, it's okay to spam Word of Glory when you've just got one Holy Power, because when working with Protector of the Innocent and Beacon of Light, it benefits you a bit. But here it scales, so I'm trying to get used to not spamming Templar's Verdict while on one Holy Power. I'm also getting used to not having much health. As you can see, I almost got owned there. So yeah, just revive these guys. There you go, complete that quest. Those of you who have seen my Northrend levelling videos will know that I'm very slow at picking rewards, and that holds true there. So, here we go, and it's off we go. Don't know why I'm using a ground mount, just felt like it. Why am I using a ground mount? Oh well. Anyway, it wasn't too far to run. I think people are going to have to use ground mounts as vanity items now, because they're not exactly going to be used much, are they? I suppose. Now that you can use flying mounts everywhere. I think in Tol Barad you can only use ground mounts as well. Am I right? I don't know. Not level 85 yet. There were some people who were 85 before I'd even logged on December the 7th. So yeah, release day. So it's quite interesting. Good for them, playing 15 hours or something. But anyway, that's the way it goes. So now I'm just looking for clues, playing detective, and that's all for now, people. So I shall see you next time. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please subscribe. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.